Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 Let's Map video. I'll keep on building on my upcoming American map Marigold Farm, and today I want to decorate the area of the dealership, finally. And before I show you what I did, last time I already showed you how the farmlands I made, and today I finished the field definition area. So let's just toggle it. No, first I have to activate the fields here, and then we can toggle this color thingy. Yes, here they are, all the field definitions. So when we go in-game, all those fields should be worked on. So either growing, harvest ready, or cultivated, or such. And so we are a huge step forward, I would say. Somehow, yeah, in a way you could play on this map now. But there are no selling stations yet, none at all, and the farm is not functional. But you could put your vehicles in the shed. So it's not really functional, but you could place productions and selling stations wherever you find a place. But this is not how a map should be, not even as an alpha map. So even if when I bring it out as an alpha version for you to test, it will be more polished than now. So there will be usable farm buildings and at least 3 or 4 selling stations. Yeah, oh, and I made 2 roads, dirt roads, but this is not yet finished. So here this one, and then one like so, and then I'll make one here going up there, and then there, and into this area. And here will be selling station, sawmill, I think. And yeah, and I think I make a connection from here to there, that you can go there, and then maybe you even need a connection somewhere like so as a shortcut. So there will be a lot of more dirt roads, and here the same. Here in this area will be the sawmill and a carpenter as a production. I thought those are good close to the forests. And I thought I'll make the sawmill that it can produce long planks, which we have in the platinum expansion. And because then, if you so wish, you could place down platinum production buildings. Because that's possible if you activate the platinum DLC and you have a sawmill that produces long planks and not only short planks, then you can use all the production buildings from the platinum pack, or most of them at least. Okay, that's this. And then I thought on putting a production here, I would like. And when I see this, maybe I can even put 2 productions here in this area. I will see. And one I prepared already as a stand-in model, as a placeholder. And it will be quite a lot of work to make it really nice. So it is here the placeholder model. There. And maybe you recognize it. This is the windmill from Ravenport from FS19. And I have to retexture it. So this here is no texture. I just said make all brown, that we have it already. So therefore it's a stand-in model and not the finished model. I have to bring it to Blender and make all this retexturing stuff and yeah, and make it ready for the snow, for FS22 and all these things. Maybe I even give it a color choice for the walls. Then we could have a version with red walls and so, if you so wish. Yeah. And because when I have it in Blender anyhow, I can do it with the color choice. Yeah, so this won't stay like this, and it will be better positioned. And the idea is that this is the old version of a grain mill, and I made a research whether there were wind grain mills in America. In Europe we have wind grain mills, but in America I didn't know. I thought maybe only for water pumping and such, but there were some grain mills with wind. And therefore I think this will be the old grain mill, and then I make a building beside it that looks nice beside this, a tiny small grain mill that this stays higher, and this is the most prominent building. And maybe I even put it on a little tiny hill that it's even higher. But here, and then we have a grain mill production here. That is my idea. And because there is quite a lot of space, maybe we can even have another production building there. And because there is not so much space for productions, we will have one or two here. Yeah, and then there in the end, maybe with a BGA, and maybe one here. If I put the selling of the straw and such here, then we can have a production building here. The hotel will not be a production, but a selling station. Maybe we could put one here, but this should be a really bucolic one, because it shouldn't disturb this holiday aspect of this island. Oh, and then let me check. When we stand here, so imagining, yeah, I think it could look nice enough, because it's always a little bit difficult when you make an area close to the border of the map that is open to the outside, like this. Everywhere else I have it elevated, and then you can only guess the outside, but from here you can really see it. And here we will get trees and so, and maybe even another town. I'm not yet sure how I could make something like a bridge, maybe at the edge of the map, maybe here. I have to search for a nice bridge that is big enough for reaching over to the other shore, and then I need to make a road here, and oi. So, but now back to our dealership. And in the last part we checked for the place. And yeah, I had to enlarge the area. And I think now it's really big enough for quite some buying happenings. And now I make this bigger here, this entry area with gravel, and not round but square. 4 is maybe just good. Yes, so then this is really generous. Okay, and the next I put some, yeah, will I put some grass here? Yeah, as a base I will make some meadow. So, and this is limited to the grass texture, and then I can go for a round one. And I think I will modify this for flowers. And here also. And there maybe I'm going for a little bit of a rock. And we have to see. Here I add some grass. But as we make a production area here, this will not be totally with grass. But I can remove it later. So, just some meadow painting. Yeah, and tell me, do you like the idea with the old windmill? This old windmill will be from 1780, so the 18th century, and I thought I'll make a signpost there. Schneider's and Son grain mill 1780, traditional and so forth, with writing, and that they used to make their flour in this building, and then the modern building is beside it, and this is still turning. So already now when we go in game, it's already turning the wind wheel. So now with the rock here, I think it's a little bit too steep for meadow. We could make it as a meadow. Maybe I could just smooth it a little bit. Maybe that is the most believable, because to paint rock here would look too artificial. So I would to have make the rock more like noisy somehow, so not such a regular shape. And then we could say, okay, they digged into the rock to make this area flat. That would be reasonable, but yeah, I think maybe it's better to smooth it and then make meadow here. And oh, what is happening there? That is strong. Maybe I make it a little bit bigger. Ah, yeah, it is working so strong because this is only very small. Usually for the smoothing I go with larger areas and then it's slower. Wow, this is really Working strong. No, I think I make it more here. Yeah, this is better. Then the slope starts only in the green area and not yet where the gravel is. Okay, so much better there. And here too, I make it smaller. Okay. Oops. So again. And now here. Okay, very often I wonder why this smoothing is working so slowly. But when you have only a little area, then it's really strong. Yeah. So this is nothing where you want to go up with a normal vehicle, but it's just a slope. And here I will make it even again. So replace and then set the height. Okay, then we can drive behind it if we so wish. And now I can paint my grass. Yes, wonderful. So up to here. And I think we can put some trees into that slope. Not close to the field, but let's say here one, and so forth. Because in this area no agricultural driving will take place. Oh, and that could be sloped as well, or smoothed. And here we only make some bushes. And I will make a fence without collision. So, and here some smoothing. So, now it's much better. And I think here we can have a tree as well. So, first the trees. Yeah, I think first the trees. And maybe you can see I made made a little bit order to all this. And when I make these videos, usually I'm too busy to arrange everything in the transform groups and therefore I took half an hour to put everything into a nice place. So I think the car dealer is here in location miscellaneous, but the trees will go into the tree area. Where is it? Here. Okay. And I'm call it trees calm dealer. Okay. And now I think an oak is a must be, but we take others as well. Where are my templates? Here are trees also. Here are my tree templates. Maybe I pull them out into the, come on, as its own main area. Okay, now we have it. And I think an American elm, yeah. Pagoda dogwood, we take a big one. And maybe a small oak. And then I definitely want to have a maple here. So we'll import it. Trees car dealer. Okay. So I think first I import the maple tree. And what are we missing else? Oh, what else are we missing? We have all the American elms, we have all the oaks, pagoda, dogwood, stage 2 and 3, and 1. Maybe I should bring them together. Downy serviceberry. We are missing the number 2. We don't have spruces. There's quite a lot we don't have. And the shackback hickory, we only have the small one. So I'd say we start with the maple tree. Because they are in different folders, and therefore you can't import them in one go. Are they here? Yes. So this time I want the maple. It's only one size. And then maybe I get the poplars as well. So this went really fast. Maybe I should use this moment, because today I rebooted my computer and now it's faster, and therefore maybe it's a good idea to import everything that is missing from the trees. The shackback hickory, we need the bigger stages. So trees, shackback hickory, like so. And I think for the moment it's okay. So the oak is very distributed. We make it like this. Here we have the oaks, and then I can remove this one. And here's the downy serviceberry, shackback hickory. Put them together here, and then, and I would love to have more maples. And it is funny, in FS19 we only had one size of maple tree as well, but it was a totally different one than this time. So somehow they only put one size of maple trees. So this we want to have, and then maybe I try a medium-sized birch, and maybe then this is enough for the Cardila tree area. Ay, 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 ay. Good. And now we put the maple tree first. Oh, okay. This is big. Yeah. So you won't miss it. And then we put the oak tree here. I love how they did the oak trees for FS22. In FS19 we didn't had oak trees at all, and I really missed them. And in FS17 there were oak trees. This is very big too. Maybe I take a smaller one. Maybe I can put this somewhere else. Maybe there. Whoosh. But I would have to put it outside and sort it later. And now I take the American elm size 2. And put it here in trees, Cardila, American elm stage 2. Yeah, this is better. In Elm Creek we have a lot of American elms. Half of the map is full with those trees. But it's no wonder, I'd say, because it's Elm Creek. Oh, Pagoda dogwood? I thought this was a small tree. Yeah, maybe a little bit smaller than the others. But this is too big there. I put it here. And move it outside of the car dealers. Then we have the birch. Yeah, this is nice and tiny. Maybe I can put this here. And then we have this small oak. And I think this could go more to this area, or just jump it there. Yes, this is better. And this can go a little bit more here. Yes, and here are no trees because of the helper for this field. And here we could make some trees, smaller ones. So let's see. Maybe some birches. Stage 2. The 3 one is small too, and the downy serviceberry stage 1 is always very nice and small. And I try a shackback hickory because I don't know how it looks. So those are the ones I want to put there. Okay. So, and here, from this we can have more of them, and then there is the check back hickory. Oh yeah, this is okay. This is a nice, harmless looking tree. And I think this downy serviceberry, I make 3 of them and scatter them all around. Not all around. So, like so, one here. And I leave some distance to this opening, because you never know if you want to go there with a lot of width. Here, and then another one maybe here. And then maybe I'd like to have 2 small trees here to make the dealership look nicer. And I think those small ones, those downy serviceberries, would be best for this. So first I make some ground. Not animal mud, but maybe forest ground. Around 3 meters is much too wide. 1 meter. Maybe it's too small. And I will search for, how to call it, those border stones. But I think not in this video. I made some border stones for my hinterland, and I think we could use them, but I think we don't have it here ready to be imported. Or maybe I can just try. Let's see. First saving. And no, it's already ready. This is really fast. So I decided to make a reboot more often. Box spread. No, here we don't have it, so maybe in the hinterland area. Hinterland. Miscellaneous. Border. Okay. And then we have to define the textures. Good. Maybe I put them all into this border. This I can just put them inside and then bring up here. Yeah, as you can see, they look black now, but we will change this quite soon. And this is too high, therefore I remove it. And then I save it, and first I make a freeze transformation, because when importing they are always scaled as 100 times as big as the base size. So I have to do some silly things here that are needed in this importing stage. So, but soon they will look like nice old-fashioned borders. And maybe they are too old-fashioned for America, but I think there were people in America already in the 1700s, already in the 1500s. But okay, in the 1500s they were more in the Caribbean area, and then in some places in Northern America. But in the 1700s, as far as I know, there already were a lot of people in North America, and therefore they will have built some old-fashioned stuff like this windmill, for example. So now we change the look of it, and I hope I find it fast. If not, I have to search for it, but that won't be a problem. It's in maps, maybe map alpine, textures, and I think then maybe props and infrastructure, so and so forth. HE kids. Info. No, I don't remember it correctly. Maybe it's in shared. So yeah, what you can see here is the gold chest for modders somehow. The base game is full of very interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. And here we see a lot of textures from the Alpine map. And we can use those textures for other stuff. And this makes modding really easy and interesting. So maybe I look here. But here it's not. And as there are quite a lot of them, and they are distributed in a lot of different folders, sometimes it takes a while until you find what you want. Interior props? No, it's not interior props. So then maybe I have to look it up, because I don't find it here. So this is the typical modding work somehow. You have an idea and then you don't find what you want and you have to search for it, and if you know where to look it up, then you are quite happy. So now we will dive deep into an XML file, or rather a E3D file. Maybe you have heard about this. Are they called border? Yes, they are called border. And here in this E3D files, which is the main file of a map or the main file of an object of a mod, here you find all this very interesting definition stuff. And there are other interesting you don't find border like that. No, it. Oh, I loaded as that is not the right file. I loaded as placeable and as a decoration. Oh yeah, it was correct in Maps Alpine Textures Infrastructure Margin. So I haven't been so wrong in the first try, but somehow I haven't seen it. Infrastructure. And somehow it's always good. Here they are, very good. It's always rather good to use those built-in textures, and look what it offers. We have those old-fashioned borders, which I use in this borders, or a modern one with concrete, one with holes, another one with holes, a thinner one with concrete, and another one with old-fashioned stones. So we really get a nice variety. And here we have it already. Here, this old-fashioned, and here with holes. And right now it still looks very flat. I push this to the side. So then you can see nearly all of them. And now we chose the gloss map. And this tells us it has the same name and therefore it's easy to find. It doesn't have the same name, but the same beginning of the name. In the end, the name is different. This tells us whether something is shiny or not on metal, and so now it already looks much more realistic. And then we have the normal map, and that gives the whole thing some depth. Normal map. This is really fancy looking texture file because it's violet. Most of the normal maps are violet, and the different shades of violet and maybe this this turquoise, bluish green. This tells the game what is a little bit elevated and what not. And so now, is it done? It should become more a 3D feeling. Oh, not so much. And to get more 3D feeling, even more than that, we have this new feature in FS22, the parallax occlusion mapping. And for this we even need another file, but I don't have it for this. And for the moment this is okay. So now I take those, I make a copy of this, and then I can make a nice circle for the trees. This is the tree car dealer area, and where is the other car dealer area? Here. Good. There it will go. Ooh, it's already very long. Decoration here. Now, here we are. I take this one and make 3 copies. Dup, dup, dup. Oh, that was maybe not such a good idea. I delete them and then I tell them to work with 90 degrees. 90 and 90 and 180. Now, here we are. Because then it's easier to turn the copied thingies. Oh, and the clip distance should be changed like so. And now I turn it around 90 degrees, make it 0, then it is good for here. Like so. Oh, this is rather big. Okay. Oh, and I just see this tree is looking out of the building. Then the next one I make 180. And it fits perfectly here. And the last one I make 90 degrees. And then it fits here and there. And now we have a circle. And maybe I put one of those transform groups here. And I call it tree borders. And put it in the middle of this. Okay, and now I have to work a little bit more precise on this. Yeah, it's rather okay. And then I put everything here, and then I can copy this and take the whole stuff and move it there. Yeah, and now I can paint this floor with the forest ground. Okay, now it's working. Oh, and this is not so good. So here I have to clean it. Yeah, I think it's okay when it's a little bit that is spilling, but not too much. Here it is too much. So I take the gravel and try to repair it. Better. And now I take those downy service berries . The question is, are they the right trees? I think yes, because those are all much too big for here. And let's see whether they look good. I think those are okay, yeah. They are not too big. And maybe we can plant some small bushes there as well. Or maybe flowers. I think flowers would be better. So flowers, where are you? decoration and daylily. Limit to texture. Then I can make limit to texture forest ground. If I find it, here it is, okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is nice. And here I make the cone flowers. And sooner or later I have to design the marigolds. I have to do them myself because they don't exist in this treasure chest of the FS22. So, yeah, like so I like it. Enough flour. And then I take maybe those borders here, another copy, and make them here. Like so. I don't know how it is in America, but here in Europe very often when you in such entry areas we have such a kind of borders with a drain for rainwater. Oops. And so then when you come here, you have to drive over it a little bit of whoop whoop, but only a little bit, because they are nearly level with the ground. So, okay. Yeah, I think it looks rather unspectacular. So, I mean, rather normal. Okay. Oh, we already have 53 minutes again. It always, yeah, it takes a lot of time even to make such small things. And then when I show you all the stuff that I build and we import stuff, then it takes even longer. And maybe I put the borders here. I hope I find them again. Now, this should stay empty, this area, because this is the workshop area. And here we will later have some parked cars. And maybe I just make bushes here. A deco bush, and I think big ones. Okay. I have it. Forest ground, limit to forest ground. So then here we have a natural looking border to this field, but without disturbing the helpers, because the bushes don't have collision. And here I put some bushes as well between the... Oh, maybe I should take some medium-sized bushes as well. So, And here only smaller bushes. Yeah, let's go for the medium size. And here also. And I have some lights and small fences. Here. Oh, here I wanted maybe to make flowers. I think yes, maybe one bush. And maybe another bush here. And this bush is good because it doesn't have a collision. So, and now some of those flowers. Dum dum. The daylily. And limit to texture grass. So then we get here all over daylilies. If the name daylily would be more inviting, I would have called the maps daylily map, but I don't like the name so much. I like the flowers a lot. They are not perfectly done here in FS22, but nice enough. And in reality, they are really, really nice. And it would have been easy for me because there are already daylilies in the game. So I would have liked to make a daylily farm, but I don't like the word daylily. It sounds somewhat, I don't know, strange. Marigold is a wonderful name, I think. I like the name a lot. So now we make here an area with fences. But the marigold has to be made by me. And somewhere I already have fences. But where? I got them from down there and forgot where I put them. Maybe in props? No. In decoration? Picture? No. Attachments? No. Yeah, here they are. Low wooden fence. Okay, yeah, here it is. Just bring it up here. Yes, that's it. That's what I want to take. And then there is a bigger fence. Lower part short. Let's see. Yes, this is the other one. And this is the concrete bar for this fence. So it will have to be put together. But we start with a lower wooden fence and check whether it has collision. It hasn't, but maybe inside. No, it's collision free. Very well. That's exactly what I want. because then I can put it here like so and turning at 180 degrees. Very well. And it will look like a fence, but it won't disturb the helper. So the helper can go here and roam around, has enough place, and the fence isn't disturbing him. And my idea about this area is that it is a very peaceful area, and therefore we don't need high fences usually in most of the areas. So now this is finished in itself. Maybe I just leave a break so that this is somehow just symbolical fence. And I think the other fence I will use for the fence to the garden of the people. Not because they are dangerous, but I think somehow it would fit. So like this, and then maybe one here again. Yeah, why not? So maybe putting it like that, and then turning it 90 degrees. Yes, wonderful. Okay, maybe I put them closer together. And here this should be lowered, this area. So like so, and then the next one like so. Yeah, this is quite okay. And here I lower it down. Replace 24 meters. I think this is okay. Does it work? Come on, here. Yeah, I think it worked. But the area is too small that I'm treating here. Like so. Yeah. Yeah, this is better. Come on. And I also prepared some lamps that there is light in the evening. Come on, come on. I think it's okay like this. So we have, no, the big fence. Yeah, so we have to put the big fence. Maybe I can put them together that I only have to place one. Concrete bar. This is this, and the other is lower part short. I don't know what is low and short on this. I find it big and high, but so maybe like that. It could be higher, so maybe the lower part is okay. And then here, yeah, maybe it would go together because this is overlapping and at the other side we have a little hole, and so I put them together and then into my fence transform group to make it nice and tidy, and then it comes here. Okay. Maybe like so, with a little bit of grass growing through the concrete, and then let's have a look whether it fits together. Yeah, good enough. I make it slower that I can move it. Yeah, this is okay like that. Good. And maybe check whether it has collision, but I think for this fence a collision would be okay. So let's see. Yeah, this part has collision. Oh, and then here is a long alpha. Let's see, what is this? I don't see it. Maybe from the other side? There is something invisible. But it's okay. Ah, this, okay, this is the frame and this is the fence itself, so this is okay. And then the kids from these houses, they don't throw their, they could throw their balls over the fence, but if the ball is only rolling, it doesn't come into the area of the vehicles, and the freshly bought vehicles are usually not driven into the gardens of the people. Maybe that's my idea why I wanted it to have a bigger fence here too. Yeah, that we don't drive into the gardens. And usually I'm really not so much into fences. And I know there are people that love fences a lot and want to have fences all over the place. And yeah, I'm not such a fence lover. But here in this occasion, I think a fence is a good idea. So, Oh, it's perfectly. It just finishes here. Wonderful. And this tree here, I think it's okay. It's overlapping a little bit, but this is okay. Too much wood wouldn't have been good, but like that, I like it. And then I think we put this signpost inside. And this we could leave open. It is fenced by the flowers. Yes. Ah, and the lights. Street lantern large. Or the medium ones. I think the medium ones were nicer for this occasion. Yes. Maybe here I make some large ones, and on the lot itself I make those medium ones. So maybe one here. Yeah, that is giving light to the parking lots. And I make another transform group. Copying. And then for the lanterns. Oh, is it pronounced lantern or lantern or different? In German it is called Laterne. So like always more harder than in English. Where is it now? Here we have it. Okay. And I see there are still some thingies that I have to put more order to. Make them nice and tidy. Here for the entrance area. And for the workshop. And then we have a little bit too much in this corner. So maybe we take the clever motors and put it maybe here. And then the lantern should go more there. Oh no, not into the house, but yeah, and then I bring this wheel up here. Yeah, this is better. And then here another one that is here, because I think we need a lot of light in this area. Where all the repairs are taking place. And then I get the big one. So, and put one here. Here, now, I think first I need to give light to the road. Like so. And we need light for the inside as well. Like so for the outside. And then, maybe just putting one close by and turning it 180 degrees. And again this one. And here I wouldn't like to have lamps, because then we have this collision problem. Or I make them without collision. I could. And if the ModHub team is asking me why they don't have collision, I say to make it easier for the helper, and then they will understand. So I think all the other stuff doesn't have collision anyhow. So, and then there, maybe one here. This would be, let's see, 0 degrees is okay. And another one there, maybe, like so. This is just at the tree, maybe here. Here, and then this one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just here. And I think then we will see whether we have enough light in this huge area. Maybe rather not, because they are all only at the edges. But I don't want to have them in the center, even without collision, because somehow it would be irritating. But what I want to do is making this a little bit more used, but first saving. So that it doesn't look as if it is totally freshly gravelled, but maybe 1 year ago or 2 years ago. So I need this painting area, and then I first start with gravel dust and limit it to texture gravel 1. Where is it? Gravel 1. And make it bigger. So, oh, this is maybe too big. 5 maybe. Okay, and now we can see hardly anything, but I think this is okay. I will use stronger ones as well. Oh, but you can see, sir. It's not invisible. This disturbing somehow. So, and now I try gravel, pathway gravel in gravel 2. Okay, this is more patchy. So, and now I should have a look, where is our our place where the cars are spawning, the vehicles are spawning. Like so. The trees go away and then vehicle shop, yes. Store. Start. Where is it? Ah, I don't see it because I'm in this painting mode. There, just beside this sign. So I can make some dark lines here and maybe one beside. I hope I can remember this place. Maybe I use a trick. I copy this border thingy and put it here and then check again. Here. Oh, it's close by, so only a little bit to the side. And later I will remove it, don't worry. Yes, this is okay. So now I can paint the gravel dirt and make it thin. This is thin enough, I think, and make it in gravel 3, yes. Oh, is it visible enough? I think I make this without limitations everywhere. Because where the vehicles spawn, there can be a distinctive line, I'd say. And here at the other ones, I make it lighter and I limit it to gravel 3. And if you're wondering what on earth am I doing here with the gravel 2 or 3 and so, those textures for the ground, they consist of 4 parts, 4 different textures, and they are combined. So when I say I paint gravel, in reality I use 4 gravel textures and paint them together, and they are mixed up from the Giants editor. And then this is a trick here to make some more or less random looking modifications. So I don't, when I say now I use this gravel dirt texture, which is much darker, and I don't want to paint a straight line like here, but I want to dot it somehow, but irregularly. And then I can limit this painting only to one of those 4. And that's what I'm doing here. And you see, only every now and then there comes such a dirty point, and here we can make it much dirty without limitation, because here they are all going, those vehicles that need some repairs. And now I use the limitation again for the pathway they use to go there. Yeah, and now this looks more lively somehow. And now I do this same thing with the second spawn place. Okay, oh, it is there, then I can maybe put it more here like the other, and it is more or less beside the bush. Then I can put my placeholder border just here, and this I can see, and then I can paint my, here are the vehicles standing, dirt area. And I know that not all vehicles have the same width, so sometimes they will spawn here, but I think it doesn't matter. It is in this area, and the first one, which is here the most important, this will spawn here exactly. So, and here this is used only seldom, and therefore we have less of those dirt stuffs. And then I use a little bit of gravel grass and limit it to gravel 4 and make this again bigger. I think this is too big. So, and I make this more close to the edges. And here you can see the pattern of this, yeah, the gravel 4 texture that is now the gravel grass is scattered like so and like so, and that's what the Giants editor or the engine or so does to make this random scattering. If we wouldn't have this, all this would look like tiles. So this is against the tiling problem. And I think they did a pretty good job with this. So, maybe even here a little bit. And then I can let some plants grow there. A little short grass maybe, and oh, and here beside this let's do this without, and then very small beside this signpost. I make it more intense because in places like this it's always difficult to work with the mower and such, and therefore it tends to be more overgrown. So, and now I make deco foliage, yes, and then small dense mix they have here, and I limit it to gravel grass. So I can paint wildly, and here nothing comes, but where we have the gravel grass it comes. Here, okay, this is the typical wheat mixture, and I think it's okay. And on some places I maybe add some grass, and then we have, yeah, some with grass and some with this wheat mixture. And this makes our sterile looking car dealer place much more run down, used, and maybe a little bit more lively. I don't know whether you could call this decoration, but somehow it is a decorative act to place all this. Grass small. So maybe here. Yeah, I think I like it. So before next video, I'll have a look in-game. Maybe we go there together in the next episode to have a look how it looks, because sometimes, or most of the time, it looks different in-game than in the Giants editor. And maybe it's too much, or maybe it even needs more of this growing stuff. But I don't want to have it run down. It should look, yeah, rather nice looking and well treated and so, but a little bit not so perfect. So it shouldn't be sterile also. So a mixture of sterile and a little bit laissez-faire. Yeah, I think I like it better than in the sterile look. So now I put this back to its brothers over there. And maybe I make those borders here also. Maybe. I think it's not so much needed, because we have this green area, or this flowery area. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's heavily decorated, but I'd say it's much more decorated than before. Yeah. Oh, and I could make more of those clever motor thingies. Maybe I just put 2 or 3 more right now, and then maybe later even more. But for my taste, we don't need hundreds of them, just in the shop area of the Elm Creek store. There were quite a lot of them. And do they have collision? They have collision, but I could make them without collision, so I could put some here without collision. Yeah, I think I'll do this in between the videos. I'll take the collision away, and then I'll put some here and maybe some here. Yeah. So then it's more decorated. Okay. Do you like the vehicle store like that? Or would you like it to be more decorated or different in another way? Yeah, tell me. And in the next part, yeah, what to do in the next part? Maybe I will see whether I can do more roads in between the parts, and then maybe we can beautify this area here where we go to the main farm and work on this rocky area, and maybe start working a little bit on this little forest mountain, to make the way to the farm the first thing where you can say, oh, this looks nice. And then we should work on the river bank. There will be quite a lot of work to make it interesting. I think I'd make it with rocks and such, and plants and bushes and water plants and so on and so forth, to make it a real nice creek. And yeah, then we would have this area, this main used road somehow. The first thing that can be considered done, and then we'll keep on working. Okay. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.